have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Good morning, YouTube. Since we last left you with that big bombshell of, I don't know what you would call it, reveal. You guys are probably all scratching your heads going, oh my God, what's happening next? And you know what? Let me join you guys. Wonder what's happening next. We just don't know.
We want to thank RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring this video.
We have been with RV Mattress for about a year now, and it has been an absolute godsend. We never have any issues whatsoever with our sleep any longer. This is not an exaggeration. We still go to hotels occasionally and are happy to come back to the RV to that mattress because it just works for us. So what happened? Well, we researched the company. They have a 120-night sleep trial, which we'll talk about. They have 10-year warranty on their product. They have free shipping anywhere in the U.S. This thing's made in America. It's made in Arizona. And just recently, they won the Good Housekeeping 2023 Family Travel Award, which is pretty prestigious for them. But when we ordered this thing, initially, we ordered a big one. That's what you're seeing here is a monster. But it was a little too tall, kind of heavy, which you don't really want for an RV, and warm to the touch. We didn't care for that. So we called, we talked with them and told them what our concerns were. And what happened was, because of their sleep trial, they said that they would make it right for us. In this case, we received another mattress. This mattress was something that we were accustomed to from previous units, and we were much happier with the smaller size and form fit, and especially the weight. So when we installed this one in the RV or let it install itself, you just kind of unfurl it and it breaks itself open. We have had this one all along, and it's been perfect. So I want to share that with you. And the way we're going to share that is, instead of going and getting a 20% off your mattress, go to rvmattress.com/daydream. The links are down below. Use the code daydream and you now get 25% off. So in the links, click the description and go to their site. Use that code daydream and get 25% off. Heidi's inside with our grandson. She's getting ready to step out here. But where are we? We're in Warren, Ohio, and this is our daughter and son-in-law and grandson's home. They've lived here for a few years now. It's a big home. It's a very nice neighborhood. I don't know if you can tell just from me kind of spinning around here. And we kind of wanted to get in this area a little bit. Not too far away, maybe within a few 5 miles, just to make things a little bit easier for us to be close to them. And we're not that far from Heidi's mom, probably about 45 minutes. And then my stepmom and my dad, we're probably about, I guess, an hour from there. It's not horrible. Now my mom, she's in South Carolina with my sister, so she's not very close, unfortunately, but we will we'll make arrangements whenever, hopefully, we're traveling back and forth. We couldn't stop on the way up because we were in a rush mode with that U-Haul on the back. So where does everything stand right now? Well, you've seen we have a U-Haul storage unit that the first month's free. When you rent a trailer, the first month is free, so we thought we'd take advantage of that. And now we're kind of scrambling, trying to find a place to move into. The housing in this area is pretty expensive for the area. And when I say pretty expensive, I don't mean like Florida expensive. The home that is behind us, I don't know, maybe $190,000. 4-bedroom, just a really nice home. It's a big lot. They got a big backyard. But yeah, all these houses around here, you're looking at about $160,000 for. I mean, the fact that this one's a little bit more because it's a big corner lot, but they're not horribly expensive. But we're not wanting to establish ourselves necessarily fully in the state. We're just looking for a place that we can hang our hats for a while. And move into the direction that we were before. Remember, we had a home. I was doing repairs and projects. We were rehabbing our travel trailer. We were doing camping trips on the weekend. We were doing projects on the travel trailer. Even when we got our Rockwood Ultralight, our 30-foot trailer, I did all kinds of modifications to that thing, and then we would take it and go on camping trips. Well, we're doing the same thing. We're wanting to do the same thing, but we don't want to bury ourselves in a home and a house payment and 30-year mortgage and all that stuff. So we're looking to buy something outright. As far as the truck, I've talked about this before, and I mentioned it in the last video. It's got to go. We like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfect for towing a bigger travel trailer, or any travel trailer for that matter, since it's 350, but also the fifth wheel, of course. Yeah, it's there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what we need. It's just not what we need. So we've been entertaining offers, getting close to what we want for it. The nice thing about the market is our purchase of this initially was right in the middle of COVID, but it wasn't during the shortage of vehicles. So nice. We got a pretty good deal on it, and because that shortage hasn't really recovered to any extent, this thing's holding its value really hard. I mean, very, very much so. So that's good. I get to do reviews. We have a lot of reviews coming up, so you're going to see maybe some from this location, maybe some from another, or two. It's not going to be as established as it was before, wherever we were camping, which was different locations, but it's going to be a little bit different. You can see, thanks Ralph at Mountain Lock, keeping me warm. We don't have like a huge winter wardrobe, as you can imagine, moving up from being in Florida for the last 3 winters. So yeah, I've got a jacket in there, a leather jacket, but other than that, nothing real heavy. It's a different feeling, that's for sure. We'll get Heidi on here and get her thoughts on it, but I wanted to talk to you guys and trying to give you some sort of a feeling for what's happening, because I'm sure a lot of people are in shock now that video hit. I know it was a long one, but I wanted to show you the whole process. I even cut that down quite a bit. I wanted to show you the overall whole process in one sitting, so you could get a feel for what we were going through there. Heidi, she was frustrated with a couple of the processes, that's for sure, but it's a different feeling. Now I'm out here today again because I got to do some reviews, and Ohio weather. Today was supposed to be 65, and then they lowered it to 64, then they lowered it to 63, now they lowered it to 61. So the high temp today is 61. There is a breeze. My hand is cold. I am cold, and unfortunately I'm out here doing this because this is the hottest day of the week. Everything after this, the high temperatures are going to struggle to get into the mid 40s. So all right, so Heidi came out here in the cold so we can get her thoughts on this whole process. So what do you want to add that we're actually... Oh, I should have said that Heidi's been actually applying for jobs. Yeah.
So I'm reading about people saying that they're hiring, and actually what they're doing is they're giving those jobs that they're hiring for to people that are already working there. So everybody that's looking for a job, that's what they're up against.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
It's probably because higher pay, they're not wanting to hire as many people, so they're going to give the people that are already working there a bigger workload for their shift. But anyway, I'll find something.
Yeah. We've got an appointment today to go see 2 houses. Barely houses. They're projects,
Yeah.
which we can do projects as long as they're not too crazy. And then we are trying to contact somebody else for barely a project house, something that needs a lot of attention but is fully livable. The houses we're going to see this morning, though, they're not fully livable. We've got to do work just to even move into them. So The good news about that is, of course, cheap, really cheap. But we've got to get into our own home, obviously, even though there's plenty of room in here. It's their home, and they do things their way, and we do things our way, and it's we're used to living a certain way. They're used to living a certain way, and we don't want to cramp their style. Church bells. It's a nice. I want to reiterate again.
It's a nice area.
The reason that we're trying to find in this area, like if you just go up the street a little ways, there's a community garden. They've got like, I don't know. It's a big. It would probably be
it's up an acre.
Yeah. There's a whole dedicated section. There's no houses have been built on purpose years ago for the community garden. There's a borrow book, leave a book box up there. Sidewalks pretty much everywhere, and we're kind of in the middle of, for example, if you go that way, probably about maybe a half a mile, there's houses that you can find for, I don't know, $80,000-$90,000 pretty regularly. Maybe a little bit more than that, $100,000, depending on the street. But there's also homes over there that are $200,000. Once in this area, I told you already, the pricing of the houses are anywhere from probably $130,000 to $205,000 at the high end. And then if you go this direction, I'll just turn you guys around and show you. If you go back that direction or behind us further.
Yeah, there's one just not very far for $268,000.
Yeah, there's another one for $389,000. There's another one for $699,000. This area, of course, back in the day when the steel mills were really rolling, that's what this area was. And the Trumbull County Country Club is just, I don't know how many streets that is, maybe 4 blocks over. Yeah. So it's an old neighborhood that all the workers, had their homes, middle management homes, upper management homes, presidents' homes, that kind of thing for the companies that were surrounding. So,
and you can tell it was a lot of one worker homes.
Yes.
With the one garage.
Yes. Yeah. Very
that
strange.
Kills me.
Yeah. So that's our update for now. We'll see what else we're getting into. Of course, this will be tagged on with some other stuff, but hopefully this didn't shock you guys, and we're kind of giving you this buffer to let you know it's not going to change as much as you think. This is a big change for us, but we're just regrouping, revamping, trying to find a different way to do what we were doing, and living full time on the road was fine and dandy. It just became something that we outgrew. Basically, It's you'll see that. Yeah, you'll see that a lot. I mean, we've been asked numerous times of, hey, what's going on with all these people that they're out on the road traveling and they're buying houses and they're buying home bases, and some of them are getting out of the lifestyle. Well, I couldn't relate and I couldn't answer at that time, but now I can, and things change. It's not that it's a bad lifestyle. It's not that it's horrible. It's not. There's nothing bad about that whole situation. It's just, we want to do something a little bit different now. So I get it now. I get it a little bit more, because I remember going way back. We used to watch Gone with the Winds, and I remember when they got, they stopped traveling and they got a boat. I'm like, what is that about? Well, I get it. I mean, I see why. Maybe they still wanted to explore, but they just didn't want to do it, anymore on the road. It's a little bit different. So, all right, it's cold. Let me get this other stuff done and see what you guys get to see next. All right, so there goes the truck. Those guys are checking it over, and we're out of here. So we'll talk about that and the whole process a little bit later. But if you guys are looking for our truck, it's down here at the Used Car Super Center.
Sure you got everything out of there?
Yeah, I got everything out of there. So no longer ours.